How car dealerships use psychology against you buying a car feels like a practical decision until you walk into the dealership. The lights are bright, the cars are polished, and the salesperson is friendly. You sit inside, touch the steering wheel, smell the new interior, and suddenly you are not just thinking about price. You are imagining a new life. That is where the psychology begins. They make you want the car before you discuss price. The first trick is emotional attachment. Dealerships want you to feel connected to the car before you start thinking deeply about money. That is why the cars are polished perfectly. The best models are placed where they catch your attention. The doors open smoothly, the screens light up, and the seats feel comfortable. Then comes the test drive. A test drive feels harmless, but it is powerful. For a few minutes, the car feels like yours. You adjust the seat, hold the wheel, feel the comfort, and imagine driving to work or parking it outside your home. You may picture your family inside it. You may imagine people noticing it. You may even start thinking, this is exactly what I need. Once you picture ownership, walking away becomes harder. The car is no longer just metal, tires, and payments. It becomes part of your identity. Maybe it makes you feel successful, safe, or rewarded after years of working hard. That emotional feeling gives the dealership more power. Enjoy the test drive, but remember, liking a car does not mean you must buy it today. The monthly payment trap, one of the most common dealership tactics, is shifting your attention from the full price to the monthly payment. Instead of asking, can I afford a $35,000 car? The conversation becomes, can I afford $520 a month? That smaller number feels easier. It sounds manageable. But this is where many buyers lose control. A dealership can stretch the loan, change the down payment, adjust the interest rate, and add extras while keeping the monthly payment close to what you said you wanted. You may feel like you are staying within budget, but the total cost can quietly rise. This is why salespeople ask, what monthly payment are you comfortable with? It sounds helpful, but it gives them your limit. Once they know your comfortable number, they can build the deal around it. A lower monthly payment does not always mean a better deal. Sometimes it simply means a longer loan and more interest. The better question is, what is the total cost after taxes, fees, interest, and extras? That number tells the real story. Urgency makes you stop thinking. Dealerships often make the deal feel temporary. You may hear, this offer is only available today, or another customer was looking at this car, or the manager approved this price, but only for now. The goal is simple. They want you to decide before you slow down and think. When people feel rushed, they become less careful. They stop comparing. They stop asking questions. They focus on not missing out. That fear of missing out is powerful because nobody wants to feel they walked away from a great deal. Sometimes offers have real deadlines, but many pressure lines simply make waiting feel risky and buying now feel safe. A buyer who says, I'll think about it and come back tomorrow, has more power than a buyer who feels trapped in the chair. A bad deal needs pressure. A good deal can survive patience. Waiting wears you down. Many buyers expect the dealership process to be quick, but it often takes hours. The salesperson checks with the manager, finance gets involved, forms appear, and more waiting begins. Some of this is normal, but waiting affects your mind. After 2 or 3 hours, you get tired, hungry, bored, or irritated. At that point, you may stop questioning small charges because you just want everything to end. This is decision fatigue. When your brain has made too many decisions, it becomes weaker at making careful ones. That is often when warranties, gap insurance, protection plans, and service packages appear. Slow down during final paperwork. Read the numbers carefully. Ask for explanations. Tiredness should not cost you thousands. Friendliness can lower your guard. A good salesperson does not always act pushy. Often, the best salespeople feel friendly, patient, and relaxed. They ask about your family. They joke with you. They listen to your needs. They compliment your choice. They may say, honestly, this is the one I would recommend. This builds trust. When you like someone, it becomes harder to negotiate firmly. You may feel uncomfortable pushing back. You may not want to seem rude. You may accept a deal because the person feels helpful, but friendliness does not change the transaction. The salesperson may be polite and respectful, but they still work for the dealership. Their job is to sell the car in a way that benefits the business. You can be friendly too, but stay firm. Saying no, asking for a better price, or walking away is not rude. The first price controls your mind. Dealerships often use anchoring. This means the first number you see affects how you judge every number after it. For example, if a car is listed at $42,000 and the salesperson offers it for $39,500, it may feel like a strong discount. But what if the fair market price is actually $37,000? The original price becomes the anchor. Your brain compares everything to that first number, even if that number was too high. This is why research matters. Check market prices, compare similar cars, and know what the vehicle is worth before you visit. Without research, you may celebrate a discount that was never really a discount. Trade-ins create confusion. Trade-ins can make a deal feel easier. You bring your old car, they offer money for it, and that amount reduces the cost of the new car. But trade-ins also make the negotiation confusing. Now you are not only discussing the new car's price, you are also discussing the value of your old car, financing, taxes, fees, and extras. With so many numbers moving at once, it becomes harder to see whether the deal is actually good. A dealership might give you a strong trade-in offer but reduce the discount on the new car, or they may lower the price of the new car but undervalue your trade-in. Money can move around inside the deal while the buyer feels like they won. The best way to protect yourself is to separate the negotiations in your mind. Know your trade-in value before visiting. Get outside offers if possible. Do not let one good-looking number distract you from the full cost. Add-ons feel small after a big purchase. Once you agree to buy the car, the dealership may take you to the finance office. At this stage, many buyers relax because they think the hard part is over. But this is where another important part begins. You may be offered an extended warranty, paint protection, tire protection, gap insurance, service plans, anti-theft packages, key replacement, or interior protection. Some of these products can be useful in certain cases. The problem is the timing. After agreeing to spend thousands of dollars, an extra $25 or $40 a month may not feel like much. Compared to the car itself, the add-on feels small. But small monthly costs become large totals over time. A few extras can quietly add thousands to your loan. And because they are often added into the monthly payment, you may not feel the full cost immediately. Before going to the dealership, decide which add-ons you would actually consider. Do not make those decisions while tired, excited, or under pressure. Pride can cost you money. Buying a car can touch your ego. Some buyers do not want to seem cheap. They do not want to admit a payment is too high. They may feel embarrassed asking too many questions. If family or friends are with them, the pressure can become even stronger. Dealerships benefit when buyers make decisions to protect their image. But protecting your money is not cheap. It is responsible. There is nothing embarrassing about saying, "That is above my budget." There is nothing wrong with asking for a breakdown. There is nothing weak about walking away. A car should fit your life, not your ego. How to protect yourself. The best defense is preparation. Know your budget before you go. Research the fair market price. Arrange financing from your bank or credit union first so you can compare it with dealership financing. Focus on the total cost, not just the monthly payment. Ask for every number in writing. Separate the car price, trade-in value, taxes, fees, interest rate, loan length, and add-ons. When everything is mixed together, confusion helps the dealership. Most importantly, be willing to leave. Walking away is your strongest tool. It removes pressure. It gives you time to think. It reminds the dealership that you are not desperate. Car dealerships use psychology because it works. They know excitement, urgency, tiredness, and pride can push people into expensive decisions. Your job is not to fight. Your job is to stay awake. Slow down, ask questions, read the deal carefully, focus on the full cost, and remember, The best car deal is not the one that feels exciting in the showroom. It is the one that still makes sense when you are home, calm, and looking at the numbers. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. See you next time.